to Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football, mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Vols will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Parker. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass. Sets up the screen. Breaks the tackle. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line to pick up of one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the three. Smashes it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Show him a little juke, and he's up to the 30 before he stops.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Using his legs, it's Parker. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And this is a guy that could find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Give to the back. Fights off the defender. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Throws to the wideout. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Johnson looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Utes! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the Volunteers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davis. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So first down here as they go back to work. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
He's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Wants to go up top. Dumps it to the back. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown ball!
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Cincinnati is on top. They've played awfully well today, and though that's not Desmond Ridder out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 10 over Kennesaw State. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up. Leaves it with the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Johnson wants to throw it. Gets it out quickly. Turning it on. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
The give to the tailback. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Snap to the back. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
And the Utes have their offense in high gear. To the air on first down. Finds a man in the middle. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. He might want another play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Hauls it in. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Johnson looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly.
White 18, Rocky switch. White 18, Rocky switch.
Motion from the wideout. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utah!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So a drive there of 84 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces. They force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Utes. There's still plenty of time here, but huge momentum on their side.
Huge momentum. Way to get out the gates early. Early in the game to get up a couple scores, that is a beautiful thing. Takes the pressure off, puts the pressure immediately on the other side of the football. What a start.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. First play of of the drive. It's the end around. They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Looking to fire. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Hey, make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Tight end now in motion. Johnson wants to throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. It's a big stride inside the 10. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments. He'll set up to throw. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Utah! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a huge play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Utes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Hit as he throws. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Got a man. It's Matthews. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Horton. Off to the races to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
That's a play the quarterback just has to get his feet set and then step into his throw. That's a big target he's throwing to. He shouldn't miss that pass, but he did because he was throwing off his back leg.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Johnson looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Parker. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Used to play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Utes are moving quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Finds his man. It's Glover. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able... shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Let's go.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2.
Blue 22. Blue.
Snap it to the back. Creates a little space. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups how far their kickers can kick it. They want to have a boot to even consider this, but I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Quick catch on 3rd down. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
What a snag. How about that catch, man? When he threw the football, you're like, no, don't throw it. But the big fella says, it's my ball. I don't care if anybody's near me. He'll make the catch. That tight end just earned some money.
And the try is no good. There's a flag on the field, and I think we're going to get another shot at this, and the kicker will be a little bit closer this time. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Gray. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Ready, team. Ready, roll.
Making side adjustments here. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Going to sling it on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Matthews. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
The Vols are flying down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Horton. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Throws to the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Matthews. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win. But you got to take those chances. You got to be aggressive. The offense won that one. At least it wasn't a huge...
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he tacked on the extra point. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains.
Let's go. Ready.
On the direct snap, it's Parker. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Ball State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Schumann Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to Duke. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air on 1st down. catch in the middle. It's Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in an empty set. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got his man. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to go up top on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. They'll go back to the air on second down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He lets it fly. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play. And, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on second and long from the 17? Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. The Utes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They boot it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So here is the Tennessee offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on second down. With the catch, it's Matthews. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the first down. Defense playing a bail technique. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. The pass ball is incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They're throwing for it on 4th down. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. The old coaching cliche, go play or no every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.